heading into the final stretch of this side of the basement renovation. And there are a couple of things that we have completed. One of them is we actually put some window treatments on these small windows. Simple, they're just a valance that fits the right length, and it's using a tension rod. So that's super simple. We finished up the wall over here, and that came out really nice. I did cover pipes with some foam pipe wrap, but again, white was not really available. And if I went online and looked at it, it was kind of expensive. I wasn't sure it was going to fix. So we just went with the black just to cover it. Some of them looked rusted a little bit. They had the green from the copper. So now everything looks more uniform. Just to refresh your memory, I told you I had a sump pump here and it was exposed with the pipes, and we wanted to create some kind of a cover for it to make it safe, and it looked more uniform against this wall. And we came up with an easy fix, and here's what it looks like. Basically, we used 2x4 3/4 inch OSB board for the top and the front. The sides are 2x2 3/4 inch OSB boards. And of course, we had to leave the back and the bottom open so that we could push it in against this wall. Plus, we had to make some openings here so that when this flush pushes against this wall, it will lay flush against these two pipes. The last remaining thing I have to do is I'm going to put some vinyl on the top to make this part waterproof and just protect it. And as you can see, we attach panels that now match the wall. So we'll have one fluid movement going down the wall, and it should look really nice. Let me show you when I get it done. Finished covering the top, and I made the slits in the vinyl. Just going to push the plug back there and just gently push it against the wall like so, as far as it will go. And now I have the box in place. Here's the white box pushed against the wall. I like the vinyl. It's washable, it's clean, it's safe now with the sump pump being covered. I like that it gives a cohesive look to the whole wall behind it. And these blue lines are an easy fix. I'm just going to touch them up with some white paint. Now, because it was a sump pump and it does have this PVC piping coming up from behind it, it was covered over with obviously some of the pipe glue that holds it together. That cannot be removed. But the writing that's usually on the outside of these PVC pipes that goes all the way down can be kind of unsightly. All you need to do is take some nail polish remover and it'll gently wipe off that lettering, and it'll make it way less noticeable, almost to the point of totally eliminating it. You can see just a little bit. You can just keep going over it until it gets to where you like it to be, but it used to be much darker and now it's just basically faded. I'm just going to do it another time and get the rest of it off. We did have to paint some additional pieces, such as this support beam. This was all discolored, so we painted that white so it would blend in. We painted the ductwork white that was exposed, so that would blend in. We painted this other support beam so it would blend in, as well as this water pipe that's going completely across the ceiling. So it's all been painted so it would blend more in to the ceiling. We do have to repair and do something with the ceiling. There's a lot of discoloration. It's not due to water damage. We're not sure why it's like that. It's just not very pretty. It's just discolored. So we may have to put some peel and stick tile up there to cover that up. The last thing we had to deal with was this gaping hole we had in this wall. And actually there was a pipe, a flue pipe that was coming out from this stack that was very dangerous. It could possibly back up and when it backed up into the furnace. If it didn't go the right direction, it could back up and produce carbon monoxide into the room. And so we had our plumber come in, remove that pipe, and he closed up the hole on the stack. But we had the gaping hole here, so we just covered it with an 8-inch, actually it's a can light cover, just to make it the hole disappear. But we can paint it, and that will be the final step in this renovation on this side of the room. As you come through the door into the finished side of the basement, you can see all the copper tiles are in place. I did a remediation on the mastic, so there's no danger of that anymore. I decided that this side of the basement was going to be dedicated to a small office space for myself, since I do some eBay. And I bought a new rolling rack, one that's much sturdier, much more effective and efficient. Here's the walls that we completed. And there is the casement over our sump pump. Told you we put some new window treatments in. We completed all the trim work all the way around the basement. This is a television that we're going to be setting up on this side of the basement. We are going to make this a bedroom, or at least a living area, and we'll probably get an egress window in to make that legal. And I done a previous video where I had reworked this closet. This was just basically a storage closet. Excuse the squeaking, I've got to fix that. It was just all storage, but now it's for clothing. Again, this will make it a legal bedroom because we need to have a window, a door, and a closet to make it a legal bedroom. So we do have one area of heat and air coming in. We will probably do some additional baseboard heating, but this is how the basement looks from a bird's eye view looking in, and it came out really good. Everything's clean and neat. It's effective and efficient for what we need right now. Well, this concludes this part of our basement renovation. We do have another part coming up shortly, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Give it a like, a share, a thumbs up, and a subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Big City Girl, Small City Living. Bye.